Hello YouTube, this is Asuma with another Minecraft tutorial. This is the drop farm expansion for your 1.1 mob spawner, and I'm going to show you how it works and how to build it. The drop farm works by moving a fence post platform that the mobs from the spawner land on. The fall damage from the drop between the spawner and the fence posts kills the mobs. When the fence post is moved by the pistons, the drops fall through the posts into a water stream that moves the drops to a collection point. Before we move on to the tutorial, I should point out that my testing of this machine has produced strange results involving Endermen. In a test environment I created, the Enderman could only be killed with full damage from a height of 44 blocks. The distance used to kill Enderman and all other mobs in the mob spawner is 32 blocks. I am unable to determine why this works with the mob spawner, but in all my testing I haven't seen an Enderman survive the drop. In this tutorial we're going to build things layer by layer. Our non-specific blocks will be represented by white and red wool. White for blocks that we have placed in a previous layer and red for the blocks in the layer we are currently building. So first of all you're going to need a flat area of land that is 17 by 13 blocks in size, and this is 38 blocks below the mob spawner. First thing we need to do is place down 11 blocks. Directly in the middle we're going to place 3 blocks at the front here, then 5 blocks behind it and 3 blocks behind that. On the second layer we're going to place a ring of blocks just outside our previous layer, like so. Then we're going to place an extra block here and here, and then from there we're going to place 3 blocks over like this, then another 4 this way. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to this block here, and this is 3 across here, and you're going to repeat the same thing on the other side, and then fill in all of the leftover space with blocks. Then at the front here we're going to place a pressure pad and a sign here and a sign there. On the third layer we're going to place a ring of blocks just outside the previous layer, like shown. At the front here we're going to place 2 blocks above the previous layer as well, and on this side as well. Then over here we're going to place these 7 blocks out to this point, and then go all the way across to where we've done the same thing on the other side, and then just fill in all of the leftover blocks. On the fourth layer we need to start off by placing a row of blocks across the back, just over from where we placed blocks on the previous layer. We need to do the same thing on either side here, and we need to end up above the blocks we placed on the previous layer. Then we need to place this row of blocks like shown across the front here. And then last of all we need to place a water source in that corner and another one in that corner there. On our fifth layer we need to place a row of blocks directly above the ones we did on the previous layer at the front here, and also at the back. Then above our rows we placed on the side we need to place a row of pistons, and behind that we need to place another row of blocks with an extra one at the end. And last of all we need to place this grid of fence posts, which is 11 by 12. On our sixth and final layer we need to place another row of blocks at the front and back, this time 1 block shorter, and every 3 blocks we place a glowstone block, and the same needs to happen at the back here. Then at the sides we need to place a row of blocks which is 1 out from the pistons and has a glowstone block in the middle, and that's the same on this side as well. And then last of all we need to place down this redstone wire behind the pistons. So now we've finished building the drop farm. We need to build the tube that goes all the way up to the mob spawner above, and it needs to be 32 blocks tall, and the first of which is this row of blocks here going all the way around with the glowstone in. So you need to place another 31 blocks on top of that and it will meet up with your mob spawner. Last of all, we're going to need to make a clock to control this, and what we have here is an alternative to the piston clock. Now the piston clock will contribute to lag because it has pistons, but as well as that it is also difficult to build because you had to build it on the Z-axis, which some people didn't understand. So now we have this new clock design which you can use on your mob spawner as well. So to build this you need to create a 2-tick pulsar. So we start off with one block which has a button on the front of it and a torch on the side of it. So behind that we place a repeater on a block with full delay, and to the side of that we have another block with a redstone wire on it, and in front of that we have 2 blocks with 2 wires, as you can see, and on the side is a torch. Now when I hit this it's going to make a 2-tick pulse, and that's going to make its way through these repeaters. So to make this part you just have to put down as many repeaters as you like really. The more you have, then the longer it will be between shifting these rows of pistons. So if you have a lot of lag you might want to put down more repeaters, and then all we do here is this goes out to this repeater here which would hook up to this wire here and power all of those pistons, and the exact same thing happens on the other side as well, and that is your clock. So that concludes this tutorial, and as always you can get in touch with me via comment box or a private message, and I've also included this map to download in the description box. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.